So we're going to say goodbye to the coffee machine because I've decided to give up coffee. As if I've decided to give up coffee. Let's make a cup of coffee. Thought I'd try mixing up the scenery a little bit. I've got myself one of those like selfie sticks so you can hold your camera up and stuff. So that's a cool little tool. Nah, I don't like it. Let's go back to me off. That's better lighting, moodier. So today we're going to talk about pre-visualization. Okay, that sounds fairly straightforward, doesn't it? No, when it comes to photography, it's not. So what do we mean when we say pre-visualization? What do we mean when we say pre-visualization? It's got a mouthful like pre-visualization. Pre-visualize. Either or. So basically what that means is preempting the picture, preempting the photo before you take it. Okay? I know that kind of sounds like, well, obviously, but I don't mean just sort of like, oh, people are stood smiling, waiting for you to take a photo. That's a normal photo. That's what everyone does. That's not what, as photographers, that's not what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do is we're trying to create a piece of art. We're trying to create something beautiful. So pre-visualization is actually a really strong tool, and it's something that will only develop over time. It's something that will only develop not through, like I know we're going about reading books and watching videos and watching vlogs to learn certain things, which is true, because obviously if you want to learn leading lines, rules of thirds, I know I said we'll cover that, we will eventually, I just think it's important. So basically pre-visualization is training yourself to see the composition before it happens, to understand your rules of thirds, to understand your leading lines, to understand the rules of odds, to understand symmetry, to understand minimalism, to understand visual patterns, to understand colors, color theory, color psychology. All these things, you don't need an in-depth, especially the color psychology side of things. You just need to understand what colors work together, complementary colors, analogous colors, that kind of thing. You need to know how they work together so that when you take a photo, if you see something like, got it here. So this is the color wheel, okay? This is a really useful little tool. I think I got it for like £2 on Amazon. And what that shows you is, it shows you what colors are opposite to each other, what colors are next to each other. So colors that are next to each other are what's called analogous colors. So they work in harmony together. And then visually for the human brain, we like that. Our brain likes that. It's not something that's trained. That's something that is embedded in us. Colors that are opposites, like your blue to your orange, will cause a contrast. Like if you've got like someone wearing an orange dress while stood in front of a blue wall, that will pop. So obviously as well, that the elements of this can come in useful when editing. So if you've got someone if you've got like a beige wall and someone in a red dress, sorry, disappeared for a bit there. In a red dress, you can change that beige wall blue, you can change the red to orange, just to sort of make those colors pop a little bit more. Okay, we will come back onto, I'll do a full vlog on color theory. I just wanted to while this pre-visualization was in my mind, I just wanted to go bleh, and just get it out there. So, okay. Pre-visualization is the art of planning what's going to happen and being ready for it. You can sort of say you see, I don't know, like a bus stop. You got a bus stop and there's a poster in the bus stop. It's loads of gorgeous colours. It has lines leading in, but there's nobody there. So you may preempt, if somebody sits there and sits in that spot, that's going to make a great photo. That's pre-visualization, okay? The same could be said for landscape photography. To sort of think, say you're looking at some trees or a hill, a mountain. Let's go with mountain. Everyone loves mountains. And it's the middle of the day. But you know that mountain will look amazing at sunset, okay? So you're pre-visualizing how it will look, and you will then take the photo at sunset. Does that make sense? Should make sense. It's fairly straightforward. Street photography is huge for pre-visualization. Photographers will wait at certain points in certain areas, having seen something specific, like a gorgeous color backdrop, as I said, leading lines and rules of odds, like 3 uneven things, or something even as simple as there's some posters that are black and white, so you want to wait till somebody walks past in like a bright red jacket or something like that, something that's gonna, juxtaposition, something else we'll talk about, juxtapositions, that's gonna stand out and pop from that, rather than just looking around hoping that an opportunity arises. Start to use that pre-visualization, start to think ahead with the scene that you're in, and start to think about, well, how will that make a great photo? What do I need to do for that to become a great photo? And then from there, you can either wait in a certain position until the moment happens, or you can work around the situation until what it is you're looking for appears. None of this will happen, and none of this will work though, unless you've pre-visualized and seen the photo, to be in your head, or even to hold the camera, viewfinder, screen, to have seen the scene, the composition, and thought, this is what I want from this composition, and then wait until it happens, but being ready for it to happen. Especially in street photography, you have to be quick. You've got split seconds before, boom, moment's passed, okay? Henry Cartier-bresson was, he coined the term the decisive moment, okay? Now, to me, the decisive moment means that you've took into consideration your surroundings, your composition, and you're waiting for that something to happen, that decisive moment, that split second where, boom, you catch it. Okay, so now pre-visualization isn't going to happen overnight. It's definitely a skill that anyone can develop, but it's going to take time. Okay, and this is the kind of thing that you, like going back to last week's vlog, this won't happen by sitting in front of a computer and studying, watching vlogs, reading books. You'll learn about what makes a good composition. You'll learn about the rules of composition. You'll learn art theory, that kind of thing. But it's getting out there and putting all that into practice. So I've come down my local valley. It's just at sunrise, so it's about 7:05 in the morning. And just while everything was gorgeous and frosty, I thought I have to come down, bring my camera, and just go and have a look. Because I think freezing my arse off, but it's so nice. And it's such a good opportunity to just get out with the camera, as I spoke earlier about building up experience to help develop creativity. This is one of the ways, and it's just nice to be out alone in the quiet. Cause listen, it's just nice. So yeah, and I'm sort of thinking about what photo I want to take, and I want to catch the sun
hopefully popping through these trees as it rises. So I've thought about the picture, I've thought about what I want it to look like. The sun's starting to poke out a little bit. Yeah, take a few more because I'm not gonna lie, I am flippin' freezing. So I really like the colours of these trees because it's sort of coming off the end of autumn. All the leaves are brown. Well, the leaves are still brown. All the trees aren't dead just yet, so I'm going to use this path as a nice leading line, leading your eye up to past those trees. So a man and his dog. I might see if we can get a nice little photo opportunity coming up down here. So there's a bench there. I'm thinking, go stand on that bench to get a nice picture of the crossroads there. See where we go. And there's a guy walking down. I might sneakily try and get him in the picture.